Look, here I am talking about YouTube and how it is sucking up our attention. And here's ways to find connection outside of YouTube. And the next thing you know, I'm back on here on this screen making a video, hoping you watch it. And what's up with that, right? It's like I'm lying to you and lying to myself. Why am I making videos when I am telling you in another video to go stop watching videos and do other things? This is a dilemma that I faced when I was starting this channel, is how do I go tell people to do something different when I am using a media which is going to make them do something else. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to kind of address this elephant in the room, just kind of get it off my chest, and I hope you'll bear with me. So for me, one of my most important values is my own agency towards my attention, what agency I have towards it. I've read some books about it, and I've kind of over the years kind of realized how much I value that. Matthew Broderick wrote several books about this that I think are really poignant in this topic. So attention and my agency towards attention is extremely valuable. And then when I said I'm gonna maybe talk about focus and attention and finding your center and make YouTube videos about it, I face this dilemma that how do I keep a straight face and tell people, hey, watch this video, it's going to help you, when I am telling them to do things that's actually keeping them on this platform, YouTube, that is maybe not good for your attention. So here's kind of how I've kind of come upon this. I discovered these study with me videos some time ago and the body doubling, idea of body doubling some time ago as well, which really interested me, really intrigued me, because one thing to do that live, and I think there are some websites that let you do that body doubling in real time. But then I saw hours and hours of study with me style videos on YouTube that was very different from the content and the videos that I'm used to seeing, which are really designed to be really flashy and keep you hooked onto the channel, to the platform. So that's how I started, really. I started doing these journal with me, write with me type videos. And then over time, I kind of graduated into talking about what I was doing, because I felt like there was some value in explaining what I was doing and so on. And then that's kind of where we are now. That's how we've landed in these kind of videos. So when I started talking into the camera, I decided to give myself a few guardrails in order to stay true to my values. And here they are, and I'll just be very transparent with them. And maybe you'll hold me accountable if I stray away from these guardrails, and maybe I'll have to explain myself at that time, right? So here's a few guardrails. One is I'm not going to do any other kind of social media around this channel. So I'm not promoting this channel on Twitter or X or Instagram or anything like that. I'm not doing TikToks. I'm not doing any of those. So I'm not doing these other media that are also designed to severely keep you hooked. So YouTube can be used both as a sort of a library, but also as a way to just like waste time on, and everything in between. And but I don't think TikTok and Instagram are used as libraries. They're much more transactional. They're much more things that are more trendy and designed, again, to keep your attention there and keep you in the app. So I'm not going to do those because then I'm putting out more stuff out into the world that is taking away your attention. I'm not going to do shorts. I think shorts is another very challenging type of format, just because the way, when one short ends, the other one starts, and it's just a continuous loop, and I think that just really works in keeping people hooked. Also, the way they make people really popular on shorts, and all of this comes from obviously the TikTok algorithms, and everybody's trying their own, and Instagram's trying their own, and YouTube's trying their own, and I think freaking LinkedIn and Pinterest and Etsy, and everybody has their version of shorts, because it really works keeping people hooked. And I'm not going to do those. That's another one of my guardrails, because I don't want to do anything that keeps you hooked. What I want to do is give you some information that you can use, learn from. If it doesn't work, move on. If it works for you, thank you, and go live your life outside of the screen. So I'm not going to do shorts. I'm not going to do social media like Instagram, promote my channel over there. And another thing I'm not going to do is these fast cuts, starting with these, intros and quick cuts and changing the camera angles and this, that, and the other. Again, there are fantastic filmmakers out there. I think Patrick, what is his last name? He does these awesome videos about movies that I really like, and he's just very well produced videos. Those are really fun to watch. Every Frame a Painting is another awesome channel that hasn't posted in a while, but they are just masters of editing, and those are great. But then you also, for every one of those, you get 100 of these Mr. Beast style videos that are really designed to keep you hooked, keep your eyeballs on the screen, and get that watch time, because that's what gives them the reward, which is watch time leads to more ad revenue and so on. So I'm not going to do those. I'm keeping these very one take type style. Sometimes I have to do a second take because I'm not a pro at this, but I'm keeping this just one conversation, hopefully no edits in these. I'm not even editing out the blanks, when I'm not talking, when I'm pausing on the screen, I'm not even editing those out. So I'm keeping them very, very true to almost a one-on-one conversation. And that's another thing I'm doing, which probably affects my view time and how many views I get and so on, which is fine. That's it's an easy way for me to feel better about not wasting a lot of time, because not a lot of people are watching these videos, which is totally okay. So that's another thing that I'm doing. And then the last thing that I'm doing to stay kind of true to my values here is that I hope I'm not doing any titles and thumbnails that are designed to hook you. So my thumbnails are just screenshots. I do just edit them just a little bit to put a little text on there, and I just do it on Canva on my phone. I don't even open up the computer for that. And I do a little title text that is a little bit descriptive. So again, I'm not trying to be clickbaity, like you wouldn't believe the one thing and so on and so forth. I'm not doing those. So there you go. That's how I'm kind of dealing with my, staying true to my values, which is agency over attention. All of this, reminds me of a really funny quote by Merlin Mann, who said, I think he said something like, here, I wrote it down, joining a Facebook group about productivity is like buying a chair about jogging. So I think I feel the same way about watching videos about productivity. I'm not productive in that time, and what I really want to do is get you this idea, this information, maybe a nugget of idea that you can use outside of get out of the screen, go to the world behind you, behind the screen, and use it if it helps you. There you go.